Hey guys, what's up? It's Stricken06 of Stricken06.com, and today we're going to be going over my little Frankenstein build that I assembled here. Some of you have sent me some messages asking for me to go over what I had here when I did the original OLED flashlight review. So this is my Frankenstein build, and the reason it's called a Frankenstein build is because it's so many different manufacturers put together. It's not just like an off-the-shelf rifle with cool accessories. It's legitimately, I hand assembled all of this with different various parts. Starting right off the bat, I got the Spikes Tactical Punisher lower. That was like the main focus of this build. You guys know I love that logo. It's kind of just been a part of me for many, many years. So I got the lower receiver. I then got the Spikes Tactical upper here. I got the Spikes Tactical bolt carrier group. And the standard Milspec buffer and spring and tube. I got the Bravo Company USA QD sling attachment here. I then decided that I was going to go all out on a handguard and rail system. Handguard and barrel. And I went with the Daniel Defense 16-inch barrel with the polished feed ramps. You know, I wanted the best at that time, so that's what I got. I also got their 15-inch DDM rail as well. I then mounted Magpul emboss sights and Magpul furniture. And then I really wanted a good trigger, so I got the LaRue Tactical, I'll link it below, but it's a amazing two-stage trigger. Just absolutely amazing. Huge upgrade. Real big upgrade. I'm very thrilled with that. Then I got the Vortex Spitfire red dot on a good deal from my local gun shop. Actually, I really like the sight. It's not an aim point, but it's still a really good sight. After that, I went and got the Surefire flash suppressor, and this is the new ones, the SOCOM ones. They have a pivot pin on the bottom right there, and with that you can mount either suppressors or things like the Warden comp, the blast diffuser goes right on. And I can never figure out, there we go, and it ratchets on. So now I got a blast diffuser in the front, and that sends all the gases and sound and percussion forward away from me. And when I don't want it, I can just simply remove it, and I just have the standard flash suppressor. I wanted a good light, so I'm a huge Streamlight fan. That's just what I've been running from my duty belt to my firefighter gear to whatever. I'm a huge Streamlight fan. So I got the ProTac 2. It's 625 lumens, and I got the pressure switch here and a constant on. And with like all their lights, if you do a double tap on the pressure switch, it goes into strobe light mode, and it's really bright. Came with the mount already. Came with zip ties and the pressure pad remote switch here, as well as the mount for the switch. I just added a little zip tie. And I forgot to also say that with the barrel, the Daniel Defense barrel, I got the Daniel Defense Low Pro gas block and the Daniel Defense gas tube. And I'm trying to think what else I got. Obviously the Magpul stock in the back here. I think it's a CTR. Yeah, it's a CTR. Oh, I got the Bravo Company USA charging handle. Or Bravo Company, yeah, I think it's, yeah, BCM charging handle. There's the Spikes bolt in there. Everything's been pretty flawless except the gas rings. I chewed up the gas rings on the bolt. I don't know why, but for some reason one of them went, so I changed them all out today, actually. I just got the Milspec Selector switch here. Milspec bolt release. Milspec mag drop. I got a, let's see here. the Magpul, whatever that thing's called, the trigger guard. Trying to think what else. The right angle vertical grip. I really like that. I can get a really good purchase around the weapon with the thumb to mitigate recoil, and I can still activate that pressure switch if I need it, or even the constant on. I'm using the stock OEM hand guards, protector thing, whatever, that came with this Daniel Defense rail. These are Daniel Defense rubberized pads. They're really good. They withstand a lot of heat, and believe me, I get this thing smoking hot. If you take a look at the front, you can see the discoloration on the Surefire muzzle device, and even on the tip of the handguard, it gets kind of brown. That's a lot of heat coming off this thing after a bunch of double taps and 3-round bursts, and this thing's been holding up pretty well. The only thing that I did to it myself, and that's so the Daniel Defense rail will come with like Allen head bolts here. Where are you guys? Can you see that? So the Daniel Defense will come with Allen head bolts here, and I had a little issue where they stripped out because I took this whole rail off. I wanted to clean everything out and inspect the gas tube and the gas block and make sure it didn't move at all. And they stripped out, so I was forced to take a Dremel and just to Dremel straight lines across the heads of the bolts and basically turn them into flatheads. But actually that made it even more reliable now, because now I can take a flathead screwdriver and just remove the bolts if I need it. That's really the only issue, that and the gas rings, that I ran into this thing. Other than that, it was a flawless build. I really had a lot of fun with this one. And I just kind of wanted a really, really reliable rig that I wanted to assemble myself. I didn't want it off the rack. You know, I could have simply just, really the heart of this thing is the barrel, the rail, and the bolt. Everything else is just kind of just accessories. I could have just bought a off-the-shelf Daniel Defense, but I wanted to build this specific Punisher skull lower, and that meant building everything else out. So I'm sitting in it right now with 5 PMags. I'm sitting at $2,200 for this build, and again, that's the lower, the upper, the Daniel Defense barrel, Daniel Defense handguard, which were like probably some of the expensive parts here, the Spikes Tactical Bolt carrier group, the Emboss sights, the BCM charging handle, the Magpul front grip, trigger guard, rear grip.
Power off.
That's also including the rifle bag. Let's see here. The Spikes Tactical's T1 buffer I got in here as well. I got the Vortex on here, the Surefire Comp, and the Warden, and the Streamlight, and it's at $22,980. So not a bad build, considering that I got probably, I would say the best barrel and the best handguard. This thing is so lightweight, it's incredible. I got a really, really good rifle here. Some people would maybe dispute trading the Surefire or the Streamlight out for a Surefire. I'm a Streamlight fan. I know a lot of departments right now are picking up Vortex because they are that reliable. So really, the only thing that you could dispute here is the red dot and the Streamlight. But I would be willing to go to bat for the Streamlight is good enough, or on the same level as a Surefire. And the Vortex, I probably wouldn't take this to Afghanistan, but for Homeland Defense, a Vortex is more than enough. Like I said, I know a lot of different departments right now, for a fact, are testing it and allowing Vortex optics to be on patrol rifles and various agencies. Other than that, this is really the only thing that I could see that I could upgrade and make better. If I put an aim point on here, this is basically a war-ready battle rifle. So for home defense, for weekend warrior, or for patrol or something, this is more than enough, like way more than enough. But yeah, this trigger, I can't say enough about that LaRue tactical trigger. That thing's incredible. Well worth the money. yeah, so that's my build. I mean, I assembled it all. I put it all together. I kind of just did it in my place here. It is a lot of money to plink, you know, all at once, but I did it piece by piece. There were times where all I had was just a lower laying around, or just then an upper, or I got just a handguard, and then I got the barrel. You know, it was kind of a slow process. Like I said, these are pretty expensive pieces here, but glad I did it. So that's my build. That's pretty much it. It's definitely not an off-the-shelf rifle. There's a lot of guys at the range that are like, hey, what the hell is that? It's not a Daniel Defense. Because they see that rail, and then they see the Spike's Tactical Lower, like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, oh, it's my own Frankenstein build. I built it myself. And they're pretty impressed with how it shoots. But yeah, all right, thanks guys for watching. This is probably going to get removed by YouTube very quickly. But for those who get to enjoy it, enjoy my rifle. It's okay, guys.